Hey, this is Dr. Firnhaber, and it's time for 10 minutes of truth. So today I have an article that will probably help a lot of women out there that hear this talk. And the name of the article is "Why is Migraine More Common in Women Than Men?" And migraines affect women about 3 to 4 times more often than men, and that's largely due to their hormonal fluctuations, and especially if estrogen goes way up and then crashes way down. That tends to produce migraines. Um, Mitochondrial dysfunction, the mitochondria are the parts of the cell that produce energy, is also a major driver of migraines. And we're going to be talking about why that is. So, if we look at research, they're discovering that this condition of migraines and estrogen fluctuation and mitochondrial function is a condition really on how well your brain handles energy and hormones. Differences in brain wiring, cellular metabolism, and hormonal rhythms make women especially vulnerable, but they also reveal pathways for preventing it. So, if we look at who has migraines or the gender gap, uh, as many as 1 in 3 women live with migraines. I think that's a lot. With men, it's about 1 in 15. So a lot of women suffer from migraines. Now, most of those migraine peaks occur during puberty, during certain times of the cycle, pregnancy, and perimenopause. And each one of those changes is marked by changes in the level of estrogen. And so, what what can we do about that, and how does that exactly work? Well, estrogen tends to heighten the sensitivity of the cells around the trigeminal nerve, which is this cranial nerve 5 right here, which goes to the face and also areas of the head. And it amplifies pain signals that can lead to a migraine attack. So, what are some of the things that can cause these problems? What are some of the triggers, some of the issues that we can do to mitigate these migraines, especially in women? One of the biggest problems, one of the biggest saboteurs of health in a woman's hormones is too much linoleic acid. This is a polyunsaturated fat. It's abundant in seed oils, ultra-processed foods, restaurant food, things like that. So linoleic acid really throws off hormone balance and causes a lot of inflammation in the body. And as most of you should know, your sex hormones are really made from cholesterol and a specific kind of fat. Well, linoleic acid is a processed fat which throws that whole mechanism off. So excess linoleic acid also damages your mitochondria, which fuels inflammation and pain. It also affects a part of your cell called cardiolipin. And cardiolipin is a specialized fat in the inner membrane of your mitochondria. And it's essential for forming energy. So when you have too much linoleic acid, that damages this cardiolipin. So healthy cardiolipin also triggers apoptosis, which is your body getting rid of old and damaged and dying cells, and it clears these out. It's a cleaning mechanism. Well, when you have too much linoleic acid, you can't do that very well. The most common sources of linoleic acid are soybean oil, corn oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, canola oil, fried and processed foods, which would include, fried chicken and French fries, restaurant meals and grain-fed meats like conventional pork and chicken. So if you can mitigate those in your diet and get those out, I would say especially only use things like coconut oil, olive oil, or good quality olive oil, good quality avocado oil for cooking. You're going to be way ahead of the game, and it should really help those hormone-driven migraines. Now, another thing you can do is guard your sleep. Melatonin is a very powerful antioxidant in your brain that can really help and assist in affecting this estrogen balance. So how do you really help the melatonin balance in your body? Number one is get bright morning sunlight, which helps your circadian rhythm. Limit the blue light exposure before bed or after sunset. That's a big problem with me. And you can dim your lights, use incandescent lights, even wearing blue blocking glasses can help. And finally, sleep in total darkness to allow full melatonin release. So getting good sleep is really important. The other thing is rebuild your nutrient reserves to fortify brain energy. So taking a high quality B vitamin, that's like a whole food concentrate, because you need B6, B2, B12, and folate, along with vitamin D, which a lot of people are deficient in, and coenzyme Q10. These are some things that can really help as well. Take adequate levels of magnesium. Green leafy vegetables are very, very magnesium rich. So are nuts and certain seeds. Care for your mouth to reduce cavities and oral inflammation. So brush and floss your teeth regularly. And then figure out what your personal triggers are that you think might be causing the migraines. For example, if you find that eating sweets causes migraines, or eating too much of a certain food triggers migraines, too much wheat or gluten, that's something that you can basically track. And if you find that it does, then maybe it's time to cut that food out of your diet or to really reduce it. So those are some practical things that you can do, especially as a woman, to prevent migraines. Now, if you're a man and get a lot of migraines, I would definitely cut back on linoleic oils. Again, your processed seed oils. Now, there's one other thing that I want to talk about that can really help with migraines, and that's chiropractic care. A lot of migraines are caused by problems in the neck, reverse curve in the neck, loss of curve in the neck, subluxations up in the atlas axis area. So chiropractic care can also be a very, very important part of eliminating migraines. I want to say this: migraines are not a pharmaceutical deficiency. It's not like you were born without a certain drug, so you get migraines. So these are some things that can help you figure out why you're getting them and help you correct them. One other thing too I want to mention is that when you reduce the linoleic acid level in your diet by eliminating, the highly processed foods and all those seed oils, try and replace that. Get a high quality omega-3 fat and start taking some of that as well. We really need omega-3 fats in our body. They're very important for brain function, for producing what are called your eicosanoids, or the chemicals that reduce inflammation. I take a liquid omega-3 fat on a regular basis just for that reason. So we carry some of that here if you're interested, and it actually tastes pretty good. So those are some things that I think could really help with migraine headaches. If you have any other questions, you can always call me, Dr. Paul Firnhaber, at 402-488-2220. I'd be more than happy to talk to you and help evaluate you to help you get rid of those. So have a great day, and I'll see you next week.